The Nigerian Senate has called for stiffer punishment for violators of construction and building codes in the country as part of efforts to contain the rising cases of collapsed buildings. The resolution was reached in Abuja after senators debated on the collapse of St. Academy in Jos, Plateau State, which was brought as a matter of urgent public importance. The report.
The school, which collapsed on July 12th, claimed the lives of 22 students and members of staff, while over 100 others sustained varying degrees of injuries. Senator Diket Plang, who moved the motion, recalled how the sad incident altered the lives of many parents, families, and the government of the state.
Senate notes with utmost sadness that it was a depressing sightseeing as healthy and agile children who left home to write their examinations in the said school were unfortunately returned to their parents as dead bodies. Senate notes further that this ugly incident of building collapse had been a recurrent decimal in Nigeria as a result of poor workmanship.
In their contributions to the motion, concerned lawmakers suggested drastic actions against building collapse.
The architects that supervise the construction of that building, the building engineers that supervise building should be brought to book. Probably this is the only way we can stop this from happening. Mr. President, we have to save lives and properties of people. Millions of naira have been lost, and hundreds of lives of people have perished because of negligence.
What we can do as a national parliament that regulate the various institutions is to see what we can do to tinker with the law such that if you design a building and you are obliged to supervise the construction, should the building collapse within a certain number of years, you are liable not only to withdraw your license, you are liable to prosecution.
So what we are witnessing here is that people who are employed to render these services, both in the approving authorities and in the construction and the supervision, they have abandoned their duties. And when people are killed, nobody is shown to have been humiliated or punished for professional negligence.
In his remarks, President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, also condoled with families of these students, members of staff, government, and people of Plateau over the collapse of St. Academy building in Jos. In addition to observing a minute's silence in honor of the dead, lawmakers are urging the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, to send relief to them. The Senate also called on federal government agencies to mobilize to Jos to offer medical care to the victims.
So I want us to condole with all Nigerians, sympathize with the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and all Nigerians over the tragic incidents in Jos, not limited to Plateau State alone, but to the whole nation, and pray that God will accept the souls of these children and then condole the families. And at the same time, we must also, as the Senate, take measures to ensure that we enforce these resolutions to avoid further loss of lives through building collapse in Nigeria. This is one incident too many.
The Senate specifically recommended stiffer penalties for anyone involved in violating building regulations, urging the Plateau State government to conduct a full investigation and bring to book all those found culpable.